Hey guys, David here with Becker Art, and today I want to show you how to frame a piece and how to put the wire on and how to wax it, all because I've got into a show in California in Laguna Beach, and so this is for their squared show, and these two pieces, this one and this one, got accepted into their exhibition, and so I'm going to show you how I'm going to frame at least one of them and how I'm preparing it. And I will first start out. These are the things I need. I need the frame that I'm going to be putting it into, and it's 8 by 8, and so I ordered this through one of the art supply stores online. Very inexpensive frame, and looks nice. And I'm using cold wax. I'm using my wire. I've got one of these point drivers to put my painting in there. But the first thing I've got to do is I've got to wax my painting. And so to do that, I'm going to put this aside for a second. So my frame will be over there. And so the first thing I'm going to do is just take an old t-shirt. Use an old t-shirt. I bought a bag of these in one of the hardware stores. And so I just bought a bag of old t-shirt kind of material. You don't want to get a towel or something where the lint will come off. And so I'm just going to take in cold wax is basically what it is. It's wax with resin in it. There's also different manufacturers that make this. Dorland wax is the one that most people use. This one right here is Annie Sloan. There's a Jolie. There's all different kinds of makers of the cold wax. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to put it onto my rag here, and then I'm just going to rub it into the painting. And it won't do anything to the painting except kind of make it fall together nicely. This painting I had done here was done on black watercolor paper, the Stonehenge Aqua Black. And see, I'm just going to put this on here. And I'm just going back and forth, and I want it to be really, really thin. I don't want to put it on so thick that you feel like it's, you don't want to be able to see that it's tacky. Many people put on way too much of the resin, the wax, and so I'm going to take it now, a clean spot here. I'm just going to buff it a little bit. And that's all you need. You don't need to put a super big amount on it like varnish where you're putting on thick, and see, it just kind of holds it together. And I'm trying to make sure I get all the parts of it. All right, so there it is. It's waxed. And you know, the nice thing is when you're doing a watercolor and you're not going to be using glass or mats, you can really easily frame them. So that's it. I'm going to let that dry, but you don't have to let it dry for you to then put it... Oh, shoot. What did I just do there? There's a piece of wood in there. No, that's okay. All right, so we're gonna take the frame now, and we're gonna take the frame, and you can see the frame came with the corners. I'm just gonna take these are for... Whoop. Those are for the wire. Put them off my thing here. I'm also going to take off these corners now. Actually, I'm going to leave them on so that I don't wreck it when I'm actually putting this in there. So the first thing I'll do is I'll take this, put it upside down, put it into the frame. You know, how simple is that? And I will take my point driver, and the point driver comes with points. These points are, this is a Logan point driver. And what you can do is you can see, I'm going to open this up, and it's just got a little, for those of you who don't know about point drivers, it comes with these little points, and these are flexible and they have rigid points. You just put them in here, push it down, and then you just basically, like a stapler, you just staple in. I like to do all four sides really quickly, in the middle, and then I like to look at it to make sure everything looks okay. And I'm looking at it, it looks pretty decent, right? Yep, looks pretty decent. And so I'll put it back like this. And then I will staple a few more of these in there all the way around. I like to put enough in so I know that's not going to move, not going to come out. And see, by keeping the corners on here, it's nice because I can just roll it around and not have to worry about it breaking or anything like that. Now I have to look, and I got to put the wire on, and so make sure you know which side you're going to put it on. So I'm going to go like this, and knowing that it's going to be, this is the right side up here. I'm going to take it and fold it up, and knowing that this is the side that I want to put it in. Normally I have a little awl, and so I kind of put it, and I kind of look for about a third of the way down. And so I'm just going to put my hand, and what I do is I put my, see, I'm putting my finger, and I'm just going to, and I look at these holders, and I'm going to put that there, and I'm thinking, okay, does that look okay? It's about third down. And so on my screwdriver, I notice that I'm going to go right to the edge right there. So I'm just going to kind of go like this, up, press down, put my little hole there. Do the same thing over here. I don't really go in and out. I just kind of poke it where I think it's about center. That's about center, right? If you're really, you know, adamant about making sure it's in the center, then you can measure it and stuff. But it's close enough. I mean, it's very close. I'll put this and the screw into the holder here, this little bracket. We'll put it into that hole. And I have a little screwdriver that's a ratchet screwdriver, so I don't have to. So you can't see that. So I'm just ratcheting it in. So I just screwed it in. And I always put these a little bit on an angle. And then I'm going to take the other one, do the same thing. See this one a little bit better. And also this has a magnet on it, so it holds the screw in place. And I just ratchet it. And this one happens to have 2 screws on it. Sometimes I really don't need a 2 screw on here, but they gave it me one with 2 screws, so that's fine. I'll just put it in because it's not very heavy at all. And then now I take my awl again, and I just kind of go in here, hit it 1, hit it twice, put the screw in this side. Again, it's a ratchet, so I can go really quickly. I love this little screwdriver for this, and actually thinking about right now. So I love it because it's a little ratcheting one, and you can just go either way, take it off or on. I do first just twist it, and then I go into the ratchet part of it. All right, so that's part of it on. I like to have them hang over this a little bit. I'm not sure if that's a thing or not, but I put it like that. I do have a roll of wire. You know, make sure the wire's big enough to hold, or thick enough to hold something on there. So I'm just gonna, what I do is I go underneath. Watch this. So I go underneath, and sorry about that, my phone just went on. And so I go underneath, all around, underneath there. So again, let me just show you. I like to do this very carefully. I go underneath. See, it's going underneath, and I go to the side, go underneath it, back up, and then through it again. And that gives it makes it so it doesn't slip. And then I just go round and round. See, I just go round and round. So then it just holds it. A lot of times I also like to push it in. I'll just push it in, the little swirling around there. Let's do it again. See if you can see it again. I cut with my scissors. I just have scissors for this. I'm going to have it a little bit longer. And again, I go underneath. I go through, around, and now I'm going to make it kind of tight. I just keep it fat because it will loosen up a little bit. So I kind of go through, around the back, underneath, back up, and then back through. And back through, and then I just kind of, again, twirl around and around. Go around and around. And so now I have the wire on it. So now it's all framed, and then I'll read the notes on what I got to put on the back for what has to be labeled. There's going to be a label on here with the price and your name and the name of the painting. And so there you have it. See how easy that was? And like I said, the wax now will work fine. It's still wet. It hasn't cured with the paint, but it's totally fine because it's protected with wax now. And that's like if you wanted to varnish it with spray varnish, that's okay thing to do too. But when you're spray varnishing it, you gotta wait for it to dry before you get into the part where you're putting it into the frame. And then I'm just gonna before I package it up and send it over there, I will take the things off because, or I could leave them on and then wrap it with bubble wrap and stuff, depending on how you ship your work. There are these boxes that have you set them right into the foam, And so that's all. That's maybe another demonstration I can give, a demo I can show you guys. But today is just how to frame it real quickly. Again, isn't that so much easier than putting glass on it and a mat? And this acts as a mat right here for the frame, and so it's a little bit wide enough. And so there you have it. So I got another one to do. I'll do that as soon as I get done off of this video. And I'll box them all up, and maybe I'll do a video on that for next week. Show you how I box them up and ship them out. And all right, so I'll see you on Thursday. Thursday we're gonna have a paint along. I always do a Thursday paint along every Thursday, usually every Thursday. I am around for a while now. And so come on back on Thursday at 6:30 Central Standard Time and watch me paint a paint along. All right, until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.